This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Damn. Heard this?
I don't need no one to save me. I was born to be the greatest. All that time in that basement, all that time isn't wasted. Rapping getting faded. I just wanna tell my mom that I made it. Just wanna be the topic of the conversation. Used to rock the gold plated. Now I'm wearing gold chains like I'm famous.
What's good? What's good? What's good? We got Kings and Dreams in the building. You feel me? Man, so how are you?
I'm doing great, man. What's going on, brother, man? I'm happy to be here, man. Happy to be on the show.
Word, that's what's up, man. I'm glad to have you here. I love having black men on here express, their views on traveling, their views on the world. I mean, why not, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely, man.
All right, so let's wait till we get like a couple people in here. We only got one person in here so far. Hey, Sade. All right, I'm gonna share this real quick to my little WhatsApp group and whatever, and we'll wait for a couple more people to drop in, and then we can go ahead and kick it off, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man.
We can go ahead and kick this thing off. Like I said, it's Friday night. I don't know how many people gonna come in here, but when they do, hey, they'll have to just catch it on the rebound. All right, so you ready to jump this thing off, my man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get it.
All right, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, man. Definitely, man. So go by the name Kings and Dreams. You can find me on YouTube and Instagram. Just recently started my YouTube channel, July of last year. Kind of started off kind of like stagnant, kind of doing like videos like here and there every 3 to 4 weeks. So I would say probably around like December is really when I kind of started to kick it into high gear. And then a bit of a backstory about me is that I'm born and raised in New York City, North Jersey area. And so the lane that I've been in, kind of like the entertainment industry, throwing parties, throwing events, managed a few nightclubs through events with major artists, actually managed local artists. So and then now I currently reside in Massachusetts, and just on my grind, man. It's on my grind.
Nice. That's what's up. I'm gonna do a couple shout outs real quick, and then we're gonna go back and I'm gonna ask you some questions about some of the stuff you just told me.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right. Word. All right, so we got T Shields in the building. What's happening, fam? What's good? What's good? We got my man Cole playing the building. Friday work night, playing this to the background. Hey, man, appreciate the support. Appreciate the support for sure. All right, so that's dope. That's dope. You said you do what was it? Management of parties, entertainment, that type of vibe. You say?
Yeah, so I have been doing parties pretty much since I was 14 years old, where I was doing parties like for different like high schools, different locations, and then once I got like 18, 19, started doing like college events, and then once I got 21, I started like doing like nightclubs, things of that sort. So like I did like so I would do like different like festivals, a couple of concerts, and like the normal nightlife thing. And then what I would do is I would bring like recording artists, especially like if they had like an album or something like that was like about to come out. I would bring them to different places and different places and stuff like that. Book the artists.
Oh, that's dope. So you said you work with some major artists. You allowed to put us on the game?
Yeah. So a couple. Yeah. Diplomats was a big one that I worked with.
Yeah.
Dipset. Yeah, Dipset was a big one I worked with. The Locks. More specifically Jadakiss. Yeah, Jadakiss. Fabulous. Remy Ma. This is like before she had went in though. So Remy Ma. This is back in the day. French Montana, Max B, Rick Ross. So just a couple of heavy hitters to kind of throw out there.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
A lot of those artists you mentioned, I actually listened to. Like, I was a big
Yeah.
Cameron fan. Excuse me. I'm from Florida, so I'm a big
Yeah.
Ross.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, you said somebody. I definitely rock with Kiss, man.
Yeah.
That's dope. So, like, can you tell us a little bit about that? So, what do you do? So they hit you up. They're like, hey, man, I got this party. I need you to promote it, or I'm trying to throw a party. Can you set it up, or how does that work?
Well, yeah. So how that started really was that so the first artist the first two artists that I actually brought anywhere was Freeway and Beanie Siegel, and this was when they were part of The Rock, right? So I had did an event, and I actually contacted their manager, and then their manager was saying that the event was so good, like, maybe I should kind of be like a booking agent. So then, like, I got contacts from him, and this is the time, like, the Rock was such a big conglomerate. So I was able to get Cameron, I was able to get like Memphis Bleak, I was able to get like PD Crack and all these people. So basically, kind of like we're doing like these events becoming successful, and then so basically, like, one person would say, hey, I got an album coming out. Can you get me? Can you get me with, can you get me in Connecticut? Can you get me in Maine? Can you get me in Florida? Can you get me in Texas? So basically, like, everything was kind of like a pipe, pipe stream, right? So, like, let's just say, like, I know you do music, and if I book a show for you in Massachusetts, and then you say, like, hey, well, while I'm in Massachusetts, yo, can you get me in Rhode Island? Can you get me in Maine? Can you get me in New Hampshire? You know what I'm saying? So that's how that goes.
That's dope. I never really got like an inside look on the backgrounds of what's going on in the music
Right.
game. We pretty much just see the music videos or the parties and stuff. Like, we don't see like the people who
Right.
actually put all that work in to set those things up. And
Right.
that's
Yeah.
good to have you here to speak on that. 'Cause I didn't know anything about any of that stuff, man. I thought people call them up and like, hey, man, I have nobody coming in. I'm showcasing my club tonight, or it's the grand opening. I want you to come through and pop through, and then they just show up or something. So I didn't know like they have to.
It can, I mean, it can also work like that. It can also work like that. But let's just say for an example, like you wanted to bring, like, Rick Ross out to Florida. Like, you can't just hit Rick Ross on a DM on Instagram and just say, hey, big bro, I got a nice club out here. Like, yeah, like, what's up? Like, yeah, like, he's not gonna respond to your DM, and it's no disrespect to you, but it's just anybody, right? So, like, you gotta get in contact with someone, who can get in contact with him, right? So then like someone like me, like, me, you say, hey, Kings and Dreams, you know what, man? Listen, man, I'm trying to do this thing in South Africa, man. This thing is gonna be crazy, man. Get a line to Rick Ross for me. Okay, cool. And then that's what I would do. I would get a line to Rick Ross people and be like, listen, man, my man's doing this, that, and here's the budget, here's the overhead and everything like that. Okay, cool. All right, let's get the contract through. That's how that works.
That's dope. That's dope, man. Y'all hear him. For all the people who in the chat, y'all hear what's going on, man. It's the man to hit up when you trying to get linked in. For sure, for sure. So, what I brought you here for is to talk about applying. I want to say pimp principles, but like applying that alpha energy, that red pill knowledge when overseas. So I watch a lot of travel videos, and I travel a lot myself. And when I hit you up, I checked out some of your content. I see you do a lot of the red pill knowledge content. And y'all make sure y'all check out Kings and Dreams. For the people who are in the chat right now, and for the people who are going to watch this in the future, y'all make sure fire content, a lot of dope interviews, et cetera, et cetera. Y'all make sure y'all check out the page. I had to hit you up, you know, and then you cool with Flyboy, and I watched a lot of his stuff, you know.
Yeah, I went to high school with him.
That's what's up. That's dope. So I was like, oh shoot, man. Another black man on here doing big things. I see y'all traveling and y'all enjoying yourselves. I'm like, man, let me see if I can get him on. You know, see what kind of game he could put me on. Like you're old. How old are you? Do you mind saying how old you are?
Oh yeah, 37.
Okay, shoot. So you older than me. So I mean, that's you done seen more stuff than I've seen. So it's always
Right.
gonna be some knowledge or something that you can throw my way that I may not know.
Right. Well, I mean, each one teach one, man. Because like right now you in South Africa. You know what I mean? And like I only know like what I see, but you actually like got foot on the ground, man. So we can teach each other, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So definitely.
I appreciate it, man. And hey, I just want to say I appreciate your time and thank you for coming through because time ain't something you can get back.
Nah, man,
So
for sure. Nah, man, thank you for having me, and thank you for seeking me out, man. You know what I mean? Like I had mentioned, like I'm new. I'm like a rookie to the YouTube game, man. But like people are responding to my content, and it's very humbling, and I appreciate it. And you know what I mean? Like I'm just talking what I know. You know what I mean? Just talking what I know and what I've seen and what I've experienced.
all right, so if you with it, we can go ahead and jump into some of these questions.
Oh yeah, man. Let's get to it, brother.
All right, so my first question was to tell us a little bit about yourself. My second question was going to be, what do you do for a living? So you already kind of jumped into that one.
Hmm.
So I guarantee I won't keep you on here too long. Like I said, I'm trying to go out tonight to get some good footage, so I won't have you on here too long. You feel me?
Nah,
Won't take up too much.
I'm here for the ride, man. So take your
All
time,
right,
man.
all right, cool. All right, so I want to know what made you decide to start a channel. What made you decide to? I know you got your main gig and whatever you do on the
Hmm.
side, but what made you come on here and decide to give some of us brothers out here some of that free game that you dropping off?
Right. Well. To kind of backtrack to your question number two. So my 9 to 5. So my 9 to 5. I actually work for a biotech company, and I'm a global manager there.
Oh, so the party planning or the events thing is not your full time job. That's a side thing.
No, so like I still do it. I don't do it like as much, but I still do it. So like I would say like I used to do like events like pretty much every month, and now I do events maybe like 3 to 4 times a year.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
so yeah, so I wanted to focus on more like on traveling the world and things like that because um like putting those events together and talking to different people and things like that, like it takes a lot out of you. I mean, yeah, like don't get me wrong, like it's it's fulfilling and you get good money, but thing is like it takes a lot out of you. Like you gotta be like on the phone and pretty much like at the drop of a hat, like working with these different artists, like because they could be in different countries everywhere, and you know what I mean. And when you're trying to get these deals done, it could be a challenge. Don't get me wrong, it's rewarding, but you know what I mean. Right now, like my main focus is I want to see the world, man. I want to see the world. And then to kind of go back into what you were saying in reference to my YouTube channel. Well, maybe start the YouTube channel. So, like how I mentioned, I went to high school with the Flyboy way. So shout out to him. And we have been talking about me doing the YouTube channel for years. And so it was to the point where we had went to the carnival in Barranquilla, Colombia, and I was just looking at the footage, and I was like, all right, like this is really time for me to really start and get it going. Then I had started it. Then I had started it in July of last year, and as I was saying, I was kind of like sporadic with putting like the videos out, and so with me being like sporadic with putting the videos out, like I was seeing like everybody was really putting out content like daily or 3 or 4 times a week. So just to be transparent, I said I got to get my behind in gear, like really do this because if I can't play with this, like this is for real. So in December, that was like really when I put the pressure on myself and I just started like dropping content and content. and just kept it going. But this is something for real that I'm very passionate about.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, oh. All right,
yeah.
so jump back? Could you jump back into your professional field? Like, exactly what do you do again?
A global manager for a biotech company. So I have teams. So I have teams in the Americas. So that's North, Central, South America, and then Southeast Asia, and then I'm about to acquire a team in Western Europe. So like France, Italy, and Germany.
Okay, that sounds dope. Could you tell us a little bit of like what exactly that you do?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So basically, what it is that I'm in the life science division, and so like what my team does is that they service like the water filtration systems. So for like hospitals, universities, things of that sort. So like if you think of like any like big hospital that has like any water that's in like the hospital, like my team, what they do is they go out and they service or they install like the water filtration systems.
Okay, that's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope. And that's an international thing. Cause you say you got them in a bunch of different.
It's a global company, correct?
Oh, globe.
Yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah.
okay.
So it's a global company. Yeah, so that's how I have like teams like North, Central, South America, and then
Oh,
Southeast Asia. Yeah, and then now I'm getting a team in Western Europe. So
that's dope. That
yeah,
really is dope. That's crazy, man. So you wear many hats, and I see a comment that says that actually to also T Shield says at 37 he's done a lot in a short time. So you doing the thing right now.
yeah, man. I've done a lot, but I'm ready to do more. So ready to do more.
Lessons. Uh, OG in the building. What's happening? My boy Joseph in the building.
Hey, man, what's
Uh,
going on, man?
what's good, Joseph? All right, man. So could you tell us a little bit about your traveling overseas, your experiences overseas? So, what was your first country and what made you decide to travel overseas? I know you say you want to see the world, but like, what
Mhm.
was your what helped you take that initial first jump?
Yeah, so the first like country that I actually like I would say travel to like as an adult was Jamaica, and we went to actually Flyboy now, and I keep mentioning him, but we went to this festival. It was called like ATI, which is sponsored by this rum called Appleton Rum, and basically it's like a week festival, and they have like a party during the day, like from like I think it's like from like 10 a.m. to like 3 or 4 p.m. and then they have like a night party which starts from like um 10 p.m. to like 7 a.m. But basically, it's just like it's a, like all day festival, well, all week festival. My fault, and just basically like a big party. And so that I wanted to see that because like Jamaica, like that's home for me. And then also I wanted to go out and party, just to be transparent. And so and then like I kind of like fell back and I was watching Fly go to like to all these different places, and that just inspired me to say, all right, well, like there's so much of this world that I haven't seen, and um, so much that I can learn. And really what it is that like when I like travel, like sure I like to have fun, have a good time, but I also want to learn about like the culture, the different things. Case in point, when Fly and I went to Colombia, there was a place in Colombia called Palenque, and that was the first town where the runaway slaves had made their own territory,
Hmm,
and I was unaware of that.
that's dope. So Jamaica was your first. Well, Jamaica. Okay, now Jamaica is in the West.
I know it's like a home game, but I'm saying like but going there like as an adult, like you know what I mean?
Right,
Yeah, because
right.
I would go there the summer as a kid, but like you can't really do anything as a kid when you're an adult. Like, you able to move without mom and dad around. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Yeah, yeah. So like,
No,
I was like, all right, like I'm ready to turn up for real.
for sure, for sure. I
Yeah,
understand, man.
no doubt, no doubt.
So, all right, so Jamaica. So, what other countries have you been to so far?
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, my bad. Yeah. So Jamaica, Colombia, Canada, not Costa Rica. I'm sorry, Bermuda. Um, trying to think. Bermuda. Let me see. Oh man, drawing a blank here. My bad, bro. Um, Dominican Republic. Um, let's see. I feel like I'm missing like one more. I feel like I'm missing one more. Let me get back to you on that one. But I would say well, St. Thomas. I don't know if we count that though, because that's like
That's
we
U.S.
count.
territory, ain't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah. Like I'm trying to think, like because I that's the thing. Like I've been to like like all like the Virgin Islands,
Right, right,
um,
right.
yeah, the Virgin Islands, and I want to say like if like Puerto Rico. I know that's not a country; that's a U.S. territory, but you know what I mean. But I've been there too.
Dope. Some
Yeah.
dope places, man. So,
Hmm.
my channel right now, I'm currently based out of South Africa. Do you ever intend on coming to the mother continent or trying to see?
Yeah.
What's not? Go
Sorry.
ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I know you're in South Africa. So my plan was prior to the pandemic was to go to Africa for at least like 3 weeks. It's just right now with me trying to acquire a new team. I have to wait for that team to get solidified, but my
Mhm.
plan is for 2023 is Africa and Europe.
Dope.
Yeah.
Uh, there's a few places also I think about in Europe that I might want to see. But I never really had an interest of going over there. But I
Hmm.
mean, there's a couple places that I would like to check out also. So
Yeah.
this is what we like. Right, right. All right. So I mean, when it comes down to it, let me check back into these questions, man. So when it comes down to it, as a black man, all right,
Hmm.
traveling to all these different places, could you tell us a little bit about your personal experience?
Right. Well, what I would say, as a black man, is that as a black man, like you know, it's good to see brothers traveling all over the world. Yourself, case in point, like you're in the motherland, and so that definitely holds a special place, like in my heart. You know what I mean? But like it's good to see brothers out there enjoying themselves. When I travel, me specifically, like I like I see I'm starting to see more and more of us traveling, and when I am at these locations, like they they definitely treat me with respect. I treat them with respect. It's very it's very humbling experience. You know, when it comes to the ladies, they definitely like us. You know what I mean? So they like their candy, they like their chocolate, man. So
Chocolate, eh?
yeah, they love us, man. So I've had good experiences in that department. So no worries here.
Dope, dope. Well, I didn't mean just by by the women, but I mean like have you when it comes to experience overall treatment, like when you go out to eat, have you ever gotten in strange looks? Have anybody ever made you feel uncomfortable? Because as as world travelers,
Hmm.
there are sometimes experiences from these places that we do enjoy so much. It may not
Hmm.
be a huge experience, but have you always had a positive experience in these places that you've been to? Because you've been to some places that I haven't been to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
you probably been to a place that a lot of the people that's gonna watch haven't been to. So just an
Right.
overall experience.
Well, so I would say that I have not had an experience that made me feel uncomfortable, but also like uh, like going into like those different countries. There's that melanin flavor in there. So like with them seeing me, it's kind of like, oh, like, I see, George or whoever down the street, he's just like a regular guy. So it's not like, where you go into kind of like a territory where like it's like Caucasian dominant, and then like you're like the only, sore eyeball, if you will, out there, you know what I mean? So it's not like that. Like people kind of look like you and myself for the most part there.
Mhm. Okay, dope, dope, dope. All right. So let's go ahead and hop into the meat and the potatoes. So
Okay, let's go.
yeah, can you give me your definition of red pill, blue pill?
Yeah. All right. So for me, like what red pill means is really just understanding like the way of society, understanding the way of the world, understanding that as men that we need to be the best versions of ourselves. No one is going to come save us. No one is going to come protect us. We need to put ourselves in a position mentally, spiritually, financially, to be able to sustain in life. And then when it comes to the blueprint mentality, um, you know, some men we were taught at a young age to cater to women, treat women as a queen, and basically kind of put her above us. And that's not the case. We need to be number one. The woman needs to be number two. That's not to diminish the power of the woman, but the thing is, the man is the protector, the man is the provider, the woman is the subordinate, the woman is his neck, he's the head.
Okay, dope, dope. I really appreciate that perspective and your
Yeah, no
definition
worries.
of red pill, blue pill. Okay, so now what is your definition of a simp?
My definition of a simp is that when a man is when a man is basically not on his purpose, and he's doing everything in his power to cater to the woman, and he's not focused, he's not driven. um, perfect case in point, like I know, I've heard and seen like some men who have traveled, and what they'll do is they'll end up you know dealing with the woman, end up falling in love with that woman, spending numerous amount of money on this woman, and all the meanwhile, they're not taking care of their responsibilities. Their bills are piling up. Can't afford their rent. Um, you know, their credit is going bad. They're not taking care of their responsibilities. And the thing is that they're catering to that woman. But if something were to happen to them, what do you think that woman's going to do? That woman's going to find the next guy. So that's
Oh,
like simp in a nutshell. So
okay,
basically, yeah. So the more simplistic answer is that a man who's not really taking care of their business.
okay. A man who's not taking care of their business because they're putting a woman first, or just a man who's not
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
care of their
yeah, yeah. Because they're putting a, because they're putting
right.
a
They
woman first.
are.
Yeah,
they, hey,
because they're putting a woman first, and they're giving out all of their resources. They're giving out all of their resources, and either A, this woman has not earned the resources, or B, you're giving her way too many resources too early, too soon.
okay. So, would you say simps are tricks, or could they be tricks?
They could be tricks. They could be tricks, but so the thing is, like, so the thing is like when I look at like the word like trick, right? Um like when I look at like the word trick, like there's some dudes like they'll go out of town, on a weekend, and they'll get like a daycare worker, or you call it the lady of the evening, if you want to,
Work,
you know what I mean?
working girl, yeah.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? But like they know like it is what it is, right? They take care of business, then they go back home, right? You know what I mean? But they still on their grind. Then you got those like, will come in, find a daycare worker, she treating them well, she treating them real well, you heard? And then like, you know, he gets caught in that, and then now it's like, oh, every other weekend, like, you know what I mean? And and the next thing you know, like you're not taking care of your business. So like there's that two ways of tricking. You get what I'm saying?
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So my next question:
I
pay
agree
for
with your
play.
man, Gerard. Men must lead. Yes, I agree. Shout
Yes,
out to you.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sorry. Go
sir.
ahead, man.
So pay for play, overseas and in house or back in the states. What are your thoughts?
In reference to like, do I agree with it or?
Yeah, do you agree with it? Is it or because we talked about tricking and everybody might not know what tricking is without us going too deep into
All
what
right.
that is.
Okay. Yep.
You paraphrased it, but we
Mhm.
we're keeping things cookie cutter because this is a you know
Exactly. Yeah. No, I know. I know how it go. Yep. Yeah. So do I agree with P4P? I mean, if you use it in moderation, like I think if you over embellishing it, like if basically like as a man, like if you're not able to obtain the company of a woman without that, then what it's gonna do is it's gonna make you socially awkward to a woman that isn't for that, because the thing is like to me the thing is like there's a balance, right? So like I talk about like men being able to you know engage in conversation, and being able to be confident, charming, assertive. And if you just have like a P for P, you there to play. I mean, like she's there to do whatever you want. Like you pay for the service. So like the conversation isn't really too real in a sense, because like you may say something, she gonna laugh, but you basically paid her to laugh. You know what I mean? You basically paid her to laugh at your jokes. So it's like, now if you have like an organic situation where you're talking to where you're conversing with a woman, courting her, whatever the case is, and it's not P for P, then it's like, all right, now you on your grind. Now you got your game or whatever. And I understand there's certain moments where it's just like, you know what, like I don't really feel like talking. Like I just want to do what I got to do, and that's that. That's cool. But again, like if every interaction it is every interaction is a subtraction of your wallet, then listen, you basically dividing your resources, and now you're multiplying your sickness.
Hey, I like that. I like that. I had to chime in on the part when you was like, if she's laughing at the jokes and the stuff like that. I was like, I see that in some of the places that I, maneuver
Hmm.
around and guys are talking, are like, yeah, man, she did this for me and did that for me, and she said she didn't do this for other guys, and I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
you paid for her time.
Right.
Now, sex is a part of that, but you're
Right.
paying for the time. You're not. I
Right.
wouldn't necessarily say you're paying for the sex, but anything that she does in that time that she allots you to have, you're
Right.
paying for that. So it's nothing
Right.
that she may tell you that that's something she's never done, or you're getting something special, but in reality, you paid for everything that you're getting from that situation.
Right.
So it's
Yeah, the thing is, like, like you're paying for a service, so it's just
Mhm.
like, it's just it's just like, all right, like you buy, you buy a car, right? And the salesman, and the salesman says, listen, man, like, I don't sold like, let's say you buy like a Mercedes Benz, and then the car salesman says, man, like, like I've been selling Mercedes Benz, like, it's all right, it's nothing, it's not that big of a deal. Like, you're gonna be like, well, damn, like, do I really want a Mercedes now? No, they got to be like, hey, man, you know what? Look at the features on this. Man, this can go up to 1,000 miles an hour. But what I'm saying is, like, they selling you on something, right? So it's like, the thing about it is like, of course you're gonna say, oh, I never did this before, or whatever. She wants you to feel special, like, yeah, oh, I'm the man, I'm this, that, and the third. Yeah, like, come on, like, fellas, stop it. You know what I mean? Like, this is no, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. What we doing
Right.
here?
I was on the same type of time. I was like, man, like I'm not gonna knock another man for
Right.
enjoying his time. Like, enjoy yourself,
Yeah.
but
Right.
to be posting her in the groups like, man, look what I had last night. Like, bro, you and somebody else had it also, because I mean,
Right.
it's a
Right.
mutual thing. That's a vibe. Like, now if you
Right.
bag this off the gift of gab or just being yourself,
Yeah.
post that so we can see that.
Right. Right.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
cool
I was
out.
talking about that. I was talking about that on Big Boss Real Talk channel. Shout out to him. But yeah, I was talking about that. Like the thing is, like when there's nothing better than when you get like validation cookie. When you get validation cookie, and it's like, now she want to give it to you, not because like you paid for it. It's because she really wanted to give it to you. There's a
Yes, sir.
difference, man. There's a difference.
Yes, sir. All right, I'm about to bust out some more of these comments, and then we're gonna jump back into it.
All right, man, for sure.
All right, so OG says the word trick came into existence for the John because he paid for something that's supposed to be free. They're tricked in the pan. That's
Mm.
I didn't.
Hmm.
Hey, you learn
Oh,
something new every day.
yeah. I like this dude, man.
Yes,
He's
sir.
spitting bars right now.
We do, man.
Yeah.
One day I'm gonna try to get a panel together. I have him on. He's done been on here a few times, do
Hmm.
interviews. But man, one day I'm gonna try to get a panel and just hopefully a bunch of information just gets spewed in that panel whenever I
Yeah.
get everybody together at one time.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna do one. I'm actually gonna do one in a few weeks, man. But we'll talk offline about that, man.
Okay, cool, cool. All right, so let's see. My man Joseph said, "Damn, man, I'll never pay for P." Hey, man, never say never. You know.
Well, Here's the thing, Joseph. Either way. If you look at it, right, like you're paying for it. It's either you're gonna pay a lot or you're gonna pay a little. So you just got to think about it like that.
You mean like as far as like if you're date like because I know some people say well if you're dating a woman or if you seeing a woman or you're courting a woman you paying for it anyway you still paying for it. So is that what you
Right,
mean by
right.
that?
Right, but the thing is, right, but the thing is, like there's certain ways like you pay for it. So like I think what Joseph means is like, like he's not gonna give like one lump sum, you know what I mean, and then basically like it's like P for P, you know what I mean. So I think what Joseph is alluding to is like, like maybe like dates, conversation, building that rapport. You know what I mean? And what I was saying is that, like, yeah, like you're gonna pay for it, either way. But my preference is always going to be, organically. Organically. That's what yeah. So, yep. Like organically, because like when you're courting a woman, and you are going on a dates and building that rapport, you know what I mean? Like she wants to go out, she wants to go out on a date with you, she wants to spend time with you, she wants to talk to you, she wants to see you, you know what I mean? As far as difference between P for P, like you can hit her up and say like what's up, she's gonna say okay, like I'll chill, but like how much you giving me? You know what I mean? It's a difference, there's a difference, man.
I could. So I remember you mentioning confidence earlier. Could you give me your definition of confidence?
Yeah, absolutely. Confidence. Being able to being able to being able to understand and know what your strengths are and emphasizing your strengths. You know what I mean? So, like if you are a witty person, be witty. If you are someone who can make people laugh, make them laugh. But always stand tall, believe in yourself, and speak with conviction.
So, as far as confidence when it comes to being a bride, do you think it's necessary? Because there's a lot of arguments. A lot of guys
Hmm.
choose. They don't have to. They may not have to pay for play, but they
Hmm.
choose due to the fact that they don't want to have to go through the courting route or the dating route. She's not your
Hmm.
girlfriend, but you're taking her on dates.
Right.
How do you feel as far as just asserting confidence overseas for the guys who plan on traveling, who never stepped outside their country, who will eventually, you
Right.
know, what's your take on that?
Well, this is what I would say. So if there is, so if you're going to that country and it's just kind of like a once in a while, like maybe like okay, let me run that back. All right, so let's say like if you're going to a country and you're only gonna be there like you're only gonna go there like maybe like once or twice. Yeah, all right, run it up. So run it up or whatever, you know what I mean? Do your thing. But if this is like a country where like you're going to frequent, like you're gonna be continuously going like 3, 4, 5 times a year, then what I would say is then what I would say is that you should develop the gift of gab. If you don't have it already, you should use it more, because like you're gonna be like if you're gonna be traveling there like almost half the year, like wouldn't you want to get like like something that's like validational as opposed to P for P? Like that's to me that's what I would do. Like if I'm like for me like I have an apartment in Medellin, Colombia. So like I'm gonna be going there like 3, 4 times a year. So like I know, and me personally, P for P is cool, but I prefer validation. So like I prefer engaging in those conversations. To me, to me, like I know, like I feel better, like knowing, like all right, like I'm getting the cookie, without without
For
really
being
having to come out my pocket for real.
right, just being you got you the
Right,
end result. You know what
right,
I'm saying?
exactly, exactly.
Okay. So to back end off of that, is being a gentleman simping? Because I know some red pill, I know some some red pill guys who are like very aggressive, and that
Hmm.
that gets them, at the end they still get to that. Well, I'm trying to think of another word to call it. Those golden arches. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. So yeah, no,
yeah, it's
no,
being
that's good. Yeah, well, what I would say is, what I would say is, there's a difference between, like I would say, don't be overtly nice, be courteous. There's nothing wrong with being courteous. Nothing wrong with, like if you see a woman, walking and like, you hold the door for her or something like that. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? But like if you like just keep giving her like a bunch of like compliments and like overtly like validating her, like, oh, you look so beautiful, look at your hair, look at your you nice dress, and like it's just like, all right, dude, like chill, like, you know what I mean? Like you could just be like, oh, you look nice, leave it like that, just leave it like that. You know, you look nice. Continue engaging in the conversation. All right. Then you let her know that she looks good, but you don't need to like just keep saying, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful." It's just like, all right, now you're overdoing it. You know what I mean? So like, there has to be that balance between like being nice and courteous. Like, so like if you like overtly a gentleman, then now you're starting to go into like the simp territory. You know what I mean? But you don't want to just be like an a-hole either. You know what I mean? So like you want to find like that middle ground.
Okay. All right. So, what are some tips and tricks you can apply for men who are watching this while overseas to keep from
Mhm.
getting that not simp vibe, but getting labeled as a simp?
Mhm.
What are some tips and tricks?
Well, what I would say is, any woman that you're courting, like if she asks you for money immediately, or she tries to give you a sob story, that's a red flag. You know, like um, like make sure that she likes you, make sure that she likes you for you before you start, giving her gifts and stuff like that. Like she has to validate you before you validate her. um, so if that, like if that conversation or like anytime that you guys are together and it's organic, and she's not like basically like not asking you for stuff, then it's real. Because the ones that don't ask for it are the ones that actually get it.
Okay. Nice, nice. So, I feel like a part of being red pill or being alpha, and as you mentioned earlier, is taking care of your business, making sure your
Hmm.
bills are great, making sure your money is good.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, since you own, or so when you mentioned an apartment in Colombia, is that like you own the apartment or are you renting it out
No,
while
I'm
living?
renting. Yes. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but no, I'm renting it out. So I had it, I got it in November, and so I rented it out for 6 months. So I have a decision in May to re up on it. So basically, it was like kind of like me, just kind of like putting my foot in the water, if you will, like to just to see like how it would be like what would be my ROI. For people who don't know what ROI means, it means a return on investment, just to see like what it like what it would be like for something international. But to add on to that, it has been doing well, and so like me doing like purchasing something internationally will be coming up fairly soon.
Oh, dope. So Colombia is
Joseph
gonna be.
cooking, man. No,
Um,
no, 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 no. I just like his comments. He's cooking though.
yeah,
But yes, you're right. You're right about that. Yeah, yeah. The minute they like ask you something like real like too early, don't nah. That's not for you, Brody. That's not for you.
yeah, man. I think, man, I think that right there is a tall tale sign. Because I mean, if a dude asks you for something, you as soon as you start hanging out with a new cat and he asks you, can he borrow some money or something, it's the same
Hmm.
notation. So I feel like anybody who asks you for money off rip, I feel like a lot of guys, since it's a woman, they take it a lot easier. Like, oh, because y'all see the stories about got the, the black, hey, the Platinos sending those pictures all
Hmm.
up in the hospital talking about I need medicine and yeah, I mean that type of
Yeah.
vibe. So it's like, what will make you send? What do you think makes guys send money to a woman that they met who possibly was I almost said the word, who possibly was a
Daycare worker.
professional, yeah, that um to send her money to help with this and help with that. I see guys do it in RD. I see guys doing it in the Philippines and Thailand. Like, what do you think possesses a man to do something like that?
Well, what ends up happening is typically these men, they either don't have confidence or their confidence has gotten shaken. Maybe bad relationship, maybe a divorce. So again, at the end of the day, men have emotions too, right? So so maybe like their confidence is shaken, their confidence is broken, and then like they're like, man, like what's up with me? Like, how come I can't, get a nice woman or whatever? And then next thing you know, you travel, you find this nice woman. She's beautiful, she's fit, she's friendly. She's she's giving you the appearance of the validation cookie. Again, emphasis on the appearance. Read into that. So, she's giving you the appearance of that, and then you get caught in the illusion, and then you swallow the blue pill, and then that's how that happens. So so what they what I would suggest for men like that is that they need to get like around like a wolf pack of men who are focused, men who are on their grind. So men who can set them straight and say, hey, look, hey Johnny, look man, like you bugging, bro, like you done sent Apollonia like $300-400 in a month, bro. And then you asking me for 200 because you can't pay your car note. Like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like men need to get around like men who are on their game. Like, and there's nothing wrong with being around men like who are doing better than you, because that's gonna, inspire you to step your game up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a dope perspective. Man, my man Joseph, man, I have been tricked a lot into sending women money. Now I can't even send $1 Hey, Joseph.
Hey man, listen, man. Listen, I can't sit up here and talk this RP stuff like I haven't had blue pill before, bro. I'm saying like it happened, man. It happens, bro. You know what I mean? I've gotten symptoms to sending women money, like, oh, I have nothing to eat, this, that, and the third. And I remember one thing specifically, that this woman, I was about to send her some money. And so this woman was saying like, oh, so she's like, oh, I don't have anything to eat, whatever, So I'm like, all right, you know what? Like, I'm like, all right, so you know what? I'm gonna send it later today. So so something just told me, like, go on my friend's go on my friend's Instagram, like, see her name from his account, bruh. Shorty's on a boat, B. I'm like, oh. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
man. But I was gonna do it though.
Word. Okay, so then let me ask you a question.
It
So
happens. Yeah, go ahead.
when I was in the Philippines, I was dating a little Filipina chick, and now she took me to a crib. I seen how she was living, and I mean, I was kicking it with her. So, what is simping? So this is a common thing, and this was something that I wasn't warned about, right? And what happened was I took her and her family out to eat. Like I'm having relations with their daughter, and they know it. And then I'm the only black man in the village. Like it was just
right.
It was just strange. It was just strange, So I'm like, okay. So we go to the mall to go get something to eat. Man, she invited not just the immediate family. She already had like 7 brothers and sisters, but the cousins came out of nowhere. Like they just showed up at the mall. Now, granted, the Philippines is super, super cheap.
Yeah.
So I mean, I fed the whole family. So
right.
On my part,
yeah.
on my part, your expertise was that simple.
No, I wouldn't call it that. I wouldn't call it that. I mean, but you said that you saw how she lived, right? Like was her living conditions like really severe?
Man, she lived in the province. Like the house, like the roof wasn't enclosed, so that anything could come from the top. Like they had the floors were like, it was like that.
Okay, yeah, like if she's in a bad living situation, like you gotta imagine, like yes, it is a violation, Gerard. It is a violation. Like what I would do is like, yo, like let her know, like, yo, like you can't do that anymore. Like you gotta set her straight. But that's not a simp though. Nah, I wouldn't be that pissed, only because like they really don't, like, from what I'm hearing, right? I haven't seen it, but from what I'm hearing, like they really didn't have much. So like they really didn't have anything. So I'm sure like they were like, eternally grateful. But on the flip side, I do agree with Gerard, like you should have been told, like, or asked, not told, but asked, she should have been like, hey, listen, like, like can my aunts and uncles, like, they really hungry too, can you feed them or whatever, cool. Because the thing about it is like, what if you only had enough money for her and her immediate family? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
That,
So like, yeah. So she's out of pocket, but I understand she's desperate. So it's like a double side, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like she definitely should have told you. She definitely should have told you because that was a kind of disingenuous, no matter how she meant it, but it was disingenuous. You know what I mean? And then the second part of it is that, like, you took care of it, but now you got to set her straight. So if any man is in that situation, right? Yeah, that is taking a mile when you give an inch. I agree. So any man that's like in that situation or has been in that situation, like, you got to set her straight. Like, you know what I mean? Like if she didn't ask about the family, other parts of the family or friends or whoever, like, no, like, you got to put your foot down and be like, no, listen, like, we agreed on this. You didn't mention that to me, and you can't tell me like last minute. Like, you need to ask me like what's going on.
word. It was definitely an experience. And then on top of that, man, she didn't speak a lick of English, man. The only person who spoke English was the pops, and me and her communicated via what is it, like, translator app. So it was
Right.
definitely, when we got there and I seen all those people, I was like, "Woo, you one slick mother, you slick,
uh,
woo."
yeah. She must have had that milk chocolate cookie. You heard?
Man, look.
Yeah.
I gotta I just open up a Patreon. I'm gonna for sure get y'all on here. I'm gonna get all my travelers on here so we can talk the real skill. Man,
I'm with it, man. I'm with it. Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah, I trust me. I got some war stories, bro.
Man, I can't wait to hear, because I'm gonna for sure wanna converse with y'all about the real stuff. You know, on this platform you gotta be sugar coated and everything. So
yeah, I know. Oh man, it was crazy. They like I had posted a video. They removed one of my thumbnails the other day. I was like, what? Man, I'll tell you later. But I was just like, bruh, like, this is wild. Hey man, shout out to you, Joseph, man. Hey man, make sure you subscribe to the channel, man.
yes, sir. Kings and Dreams. Make sure, hey, if you want to, man, you could drop it down in the comments. Excuse me, so the people in the comments can see it.
Oh, I'm not even on YouTube. I'm just on the StreamYard. Yeah, because I didn't want any issues like with echoing and stuff.
Right. And it's with the and mark, right? Not the.
What are you talking about?
The thing that looks like an 8. I don't know what is it. I don't know what it's called.
Oh, you mean like the ampersand? No. It's Kings. No, it's Kings and then the letter N and then Dreams. So right, yeah. Kings with a Z, N, and then Dreams with a Z.
Okay. I bet. Did you see it pop up?
No. Remember, I'm not on YouTube.
Oh, but I thought from your side you could see the comments, can't you?
No, I can only see hold on, let me see. Oh, no, I can. Yeah, my bad. Okay. You see? Yeah, where'd you put it? Yes, that's correct. Exactly. Yep, you got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it back up. I'm just gonna go through the rest. We would definitely subscribe. Yes, it has popped up. Okay, check this out, man. I do have a Patreon. I haven't released any content. I want to get some more interviews on there. So the real deal. I'll give y'all the link to that. I also have a members only where I show videos of, like, some of the stuff I done went through out here. So y'all make sure y'all check that out and go into detail about the women of Cape Town, South Africa, and Johannesburg, and so forth and so on. But Kings and Dreams, man. So you are in, or you got a spot in Colombia. So do you feel like there's business moves out there? Like, if anybody in the chat room went to Colombia, like, what would be some businesses or business opportunities that you would recommend?
Yeah, I would say so for business opportunities, like there's definitely some. There is I would say definitely invest in property. There was actually a bar that I was actually going to invest in, um, but then like everything got shut down again, so I kind of fell back from it. But anywhere like international, you want to, it's like, if especially like if it's like a place that you want to like frequently go to, definitely get you some property out there. Let your property pay for you. Let your property pay for your travel. You know what I mean? Like I'm of the mindset, like I'm a capitalist. Like, anything that I can make money on, I will do it. You know what I mean? So like, if, for an example, like if someone likes to go to Brazil all the time, get property in Brazil. Get something in Brazil. Appreciate you, Gerard. Yeah, man, get property in Brazil. If somebody likes to, loves to go to Johannesburg, and they like to spend, like a quarter of the year out there. Get property in Johannesburg. You're in what's it called? Where you at again? I'm sorry, bro.
I'm in Durban right now.
Durban, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So somebody likes to go to Durban, Cape Town. Get property there. Get property there. And just look for smart ways to invest. Look for smart ways to invest. And like, if it's a country that you frequent, try to find like a content creator or somebody like, who speaks the same language as you,
Yeah.
who can tell you like, okay, like, all right, well, this is a nice place, this is a nice area of where you should purchase property. But um overall, I would say like investing is definitely where you want to be at.
Dope. Okay. I
Yep.
appreciate it. Man, so last but not least, so usually in the last, like I said, I'm trying, oh shit. Almost kicked the damn whole thing over.
You all right?
Yeah, man, almost. So, man,
you ready for Friday night? That's what that is.
I'm trying to. It's been raining so much, I haven't been able to like do anything, like really.
Bruh,
So at least let me see what's
bruh,
up.
I don't know if you can see my background, but the reason why it's so bright is because we get like a foot of snow behind me. So I'll take that rain any day. You want to switch?
I mean, shoot, I haven't seen the snow in a minute, man. I mean, shoot, I wouldn't mind it. So, hey,
Hey man, listen, man. I'll wear an umbrella, and you could take the shovel, bro.
Hey, oh, see, yeah, I forgot. You up north. Y'all got to shovel it, but and
Yeah.
never mind.
Big facts, man. Big facts, man.
All right, so usually the last 5 minutes I go through and just ask you, since your spot is Colombia, I want to ask you some questions about that. Usually, just quick questions, spots you like to hang out, your favorite food, just so when somebody go there, they'll know what to check out. They won't be completely lost.
Yep.
Oh, snow.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get it. Hey, man, we got 12 people in the room right now. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Go check out Kings and Dreams. I dropped it in the comment section. Fire content, dope interviews. Make sure you check out the channel. All right, so in Colombia, top 3 favorite spots to chill, just like club bar vibes.
Now the whole country or in Medellin?
Whichever. No, that's why I said Colombia. Whichever spot you choose to speak on.
Yeah, I would say I would say Cartagena. Like for men, if you're looking for the P for P, around Clock Tower, Clock Tower, and then not only that, like they got some nice clubs and bars over there. So like even if you don't want the P for P, you just want a bar or whatever, you go to the bar or something, and you want to hear like some good music, like especially like if you're from the States and you want to hear like American music, yeah, you know go there. Go to Clock Tower. And then, so for Medellin, I would say, either Parque Lattice or El Poblado. But if you want to stay with the locals in Medellin, Laureles is where you want to go. Definitely Laureles. It's like the upscale area of Medellin where the locals live, but you can get your Airbnb or hotel there, and you'll still be in a safe area. You'll just be like with the upscale locals. So those are some areas right there. And then for Barranquilla, I would say Central. So Central is like the central area. It's not, it's not, it's a pretty decent area, but it's nice. It's a nice area. They got some clubs and bars over there too.
Okay, so which city out of those three is your top city?
Oh, Medellin.
Medellin.
Yeah.
So could you give us three like specific bars or clubs in Medellin?
So for me, like I'm Caribbean. So there's a spot called Jams, and it's like a reggae dance hall bar. And then and then I would say, yeah, Jams is like the only spot that I really go to. That's crazy.
Okay.
But there's two others. And I can't remember the name of them. I'm gonna have to drop it in the comments afterwards or something, man. But Jams is a spot where you want to go to, man. Like they play nice reggae music. They play Afro beats too. So like it's a nice vibe in there, man. Nice vibe, nice VIP tables, nice sections. Like it's dope, man. And the music is dope, man. For real.
Yes, sir. All right, cool. So do you have any so in Medellin, your top three spots to eat at?
Uh, That's a good question. Top three spots. There's a soul food spot. There's a soul food spot, and I can't remember the name of it. Like the thing about it is, and I know like I'm dropping the ball here, but like when you've been somewhere so much, like you just
Mhm.
go and you don't even remember the name of it.
Right.
Yeah, that's my bad. But there's a soul food spot. Gentleman from Atlanta. Hold on, man. I'm gonna have to look this up. I was trying not to pull it up on my phone, but like
Right.
I gotta look it up.
All right.
Uh, yeah. Um, but I would say there's also this nice restaurant. It's in El Poblado. It's a steakhouse.
Mm.
It is. Hold on. My bad, guys. I'm sorry.
It's all good. All right, y'all. We got a few minutes left. Y'all go ahead and drop any questions y'all have for Kings and Dreams in the chat, so we can get it asked or get it answered, and then we're gonna be hopping
Yeah,
off this.
it's Don Diablo Steakhouse. Yeah.
Word.
Who's 954 running? Shout out to you though, bro. Yes, man. I'm working. Oh, is that for you?
That's for both of us. We both working.
Right. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, Don Diablo Steakhouse, man. Yeah, like it's really nice. So like if you got a nice little John, you know what I mean, and an organic John, bring it there. But if it's a P for P, get Rappy. It's kind of like Rappy's like DoorDash. You know what I mean? Yeah, don't play
Yeah,
yourself. Don't bring no P for P to no Don Diablo, bro. You
exactly.
know what I mean?
Right.
Come on. You better get DoorDash. Man, you heard?
Oh, my boy Holmes. What's good, man? My boy Holmes. What's happening? 954 running. What's good, my boy? Yeah, man, I remember Uncle hey man, you already know how I'm rocking homes. Hey, yo, man, I remember them days in Carter Hanem and the clock tower, man. I remember all that, man. Y'all boys better not be taking them from the clock tower to Medellin and getting them soy loin steaks.
Man, listen, man, I've seen it was one restaurant, Flyboy it was Flyboy, myself, and Barber World TV. Shout out to Barber World TV. And we was out there, and we was out there, and basically, like, we saw like dudes who didn't look like us. If you understand what I'm saying, dudes who didn't look like us was bringing the 304s in. Like I'm like, bro, this ain't no real date. Like, well, what you doing?
For them it is, man. For them they on night on the town, ain't it?
Man, listen, bro, rappy.
Yes, sir.
You know, man, listen, I just tell the brothers, like, man, listen, like, even if you got it, bro, like, listen, man, get more, spend less.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. So on the final note, man, do you got any dishes that you would recommend somebody try when they do finally hit Medellin, Colombia?
So I'll be transparent in saying, like the food in Medellin is it's all right. But one of the reasons why I go there is more or less for the atmosphere, and I love the landscape. The food isn't the greatest. I'll just be transparent, but some people may like it, but it just all depends on your taste buds. But what I would say is what I would say is I'm sorry, what was the question again?
A meal that you would recommend.
A meal, yeah, a meal. So I would say, man, get a private chef. Get a private chef. Yeah, get a private chef. But if you, if you can't afford that, I would say, like, any restaurant in the El Poblado or Laureles area that has like chicken breasts. Like, you can't go wrong with chicken breasts.
Right.
If you're more of like a seafood guy, salmon, stick with that.
Yes, sir.
Or if you're more of a red meat type of guy, steak. So chicken, salmon, steak. Stick with those.
Yeah. Yes, sir. All right, sure. So since we about to wrap things up, you got anything that you want to drop in the room, any words of wisdom, any free game to pass out to the watchers?
Absolutely, man. So one of the things about like my channel is I want men and women to be the best versions of themselves and understand what society is, and especially for men. Like I mentioned, like no one's coming to save us, and like the world doesn't care, and you can't be upset about it. You can't be emotional about it. It just is what it is. And what you have to do as men, we have to be the best versions of ourselves. We need to be a leader. We need to be head of household, and we need to uplift each other and just make sure that we push each other and we grind. And one thing is, man, make sure that y'all subscribe to me. But also make sure that y'all keep subscribing to this brother, man, because he's one of the few brothers that's from the United States that's holding it down in Africa. He's in our home country, and definitely salute to him, man, because it's been an honor being here with you, brother, for sure.
Yes, sir. And I appreciate it, man. Appreciate your time once again. Is there any more of your social media handles or anything you want to shout out, or anything we should check out? And if you send me your stuff, I'll also put it in the description box whenever I edit.
For sure. Make sure you follow me on YouTube. Again, that's Kings and Dreams, KING, the letter Z, the letter N, and then Dreams, DRAMZ. So make sure that you follow that, and then that is also on Instagram. So that's Kings and Dreams. Again, that's KINGZN, and then Dreams with a Z. So make sure y'all follow me, and just stay purposely purposeful, man.
Yes, sir, man. We'll appreciate your time, man. And I hope I can get you on here again. I'm definitely need to get some of them stories for this Patreon.
Yeah, we go. Bro. We go do it again, man. And and if you would be honored, man, I would love to have you on my channel, man. But we gonna make something work, bro.
Oh, for sure. Whenever you want me, I'm in there.
He said you ain't going nowhere. He African now.
I'm home.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Listen, man. To 2023, don't be surprised, man, if you see me and Jew do a collab together, bro, like face to face. Cause yeah, man. I need to come home, bro. I need to come home, man.
Yes, sir. We need you here. We need you here. We got you coming. We got you. You ain't gotta worry about it. Just get in. We got you.
Facts, man. Appreciate you, man. And appreciate everybody in the chat showing love, man. Just again, make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel.
Yes,
Hit me up on Instagram, and YouTube. Both names are the same, man. And I appreciate the love and the support, man. Appreciate all of y'all.
All right, let's get it, man. All right, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this one. I got another one tomorrow, same time, I think. If not, you'll see it. Just be looking out for it. I'll make sure I drop it in here when I get back home tonight. And y'all make sure y'all show some love. All right. Like, comment, subscribe. It gets live in the hive. Let's get it, man.